to avoid...
Sini mwezi tu next week, but one.
Kenya's Gen Z have transformed their country's governance forever. They have been selfless, and their peaceful protests and demonstrations were in the best interest of all Kenyans. They have been pursuing a just cause. Their selfless actions led to the Ruto regime withdrawing the Anti-People Finance Bill 2024. Gen Z has also successfully grounded Ruto, making him longest stay on Kenya soil since taking office, albeit surrounded by police and army trucks. The concessions were extremely costly. Police gunfire claimed the lives of 42 young men and women as a result of a shot-to-kill order. Over 300 Kenyans were rushed to hospitals with gunshot wounds, police tear gas and rungus related wounds after they dared to exercise their constitutional rights to peaceful protest and tyrannical Ruto dictatorship. Other Kenyans have been abducted by a special police squad. We have received reports that the abductees have been tortured and injected with dangerous substances, which has turned them to a confused and zombies. Last year, 75 young Kenyans died in the peaceful maandamano protests against the Finance Act 2023. They too should not be forgotten. The sheer brutality unleashed by the Inspector General of Police, Japhet Koome, and his force is an attempt to silence Gen Z, was unacceptable and unforgivable. Wiper Democratic Movement demands that IG Koome and National Regional Commander Adamson Bungei resigns from office and accept responsibility of the death, and they should be jailed even. Injuries, hijacks, and abductions of hundreds of young people, some of whom remain unaccounted for. Wiper Democratic Movement also demands that the fallen heroes and heroines be acknowledged by name by this regime. Additionally, there should be a full and unequivocal public apology from CS Interior and the executive for the death, and compensation should be made to their families. Yesterday at the KRCC, party leader, His Excellency Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, told the president that our country was at a crossroad and requires a new perspective. Dr. Musyoka also said that Ruto could not wish the Gen Z revolution away. Dr. Musyoka further urged Ruto to return our army to the barracks as well. On the latter, and the president agreed as the heavy military presence were withdrawn from our streets. We thank you, our party leader. In terms of the Gen Z revolution, it appears that Ruto lacks an understanding of public sentiment. Generation Z does not wish to engage in dialogue. They want action, and Wiper agrees. The current situation in Kenya could have been avoided if the regime had addressed rising living costs and implemented the National Dialogue Committee findings. You don't need dialogue. Dialogue is not required to assess public debt because the Auditor General's office has the same role. The attempt to usurp the Constitution by forming a task force on the subject as equally telling. You do not need dialogue to post medical interns or to sack corrupt government officials. The dialogue Gen Z and Kenyans are demanding is that Parliament stands dissolved, a snap election be called, and that Ruto go home safe. And Wiper Democratic Movement agrees with everything the Gen Z are asking for. Wiper Democratic Movement will continue to engage with our youth in all platforms available. we ask our youth Wiper Democratic to open up the social media spaces and invite the party leadership, including the party leader, to them. We want you to take the lead in shaping the conversation here and on the national platform. The IEBC, this is one of the 9 bills that required to be enacted to give life to the NADCO report. As Wiper, we are extremely disappointed with the dragging feet and lack of goodwill from the KK regime. The present circumstances, however, afford all of us an opportunity to relook at these pieces of legislation and ask questions. Are they relevant at this time? Nonetheless, our party is committed to the full implementation of the NADCO report. On the conduct of party members, first, we believe strongly in the fidelity of political parties, their mission, vision, and identity. It is in the public domain that 3 of our members, namely Farah Maalim, MP for Dadaab, Doris Donya Toto, Kisii Women Rep, John Okano Bwire, MP Taveta, and Abubakar Ahmed, nominated member, have repeatedly gone against the party's position. Their latest transgression was voting yes and abstain in the case of Donya for the now withdrawing Financial Bill 2024. Withdrawn. The four received invitations to attend today's NEC meeting. They all failed to attend and have offered their apologies. Their cases have been referred to the party's disciplinary committee. Regarding the conduct and the statement attributed to Deputy Party Leader Farah Maalim, let it be known clearly that the Wiper Democratic Movement Party distances and disassociates itself from these remarks by our party deputy leader. They go against our guiding principles and values as a party. NEC decisions is that the Honorable Farah Maalim be de-whipped from all committees in Parliament, including the Speaker's panel. NEC also NEC also recommends the expulsion from the party to the National Delegates Convention, NDC, the supreme organ of the party. So these are gone cases. We don't need such people who are here to disrupt the party ideologies and the policies of the party. Thank you very much.
First of all, the occasion yesterday was witnessing the signing into law of the IEBC Amendment Bill 2024. That was the business for the day. And when I was finished with that business, I had other pressing issues to attend to. In fact, soon after that, I remember President Ruto saying, let's have some tea. And I didn't think that because of the issues of my own personal things I was dealing with, and I actually sent an apology that I would not be here for the tea. So if there were consultations about having a national dialogue, my view is those who are hurried, and there wasn't a full consultation. What the country wants is fidelity to the rule of law, fidelity to our constitution, and the fact that Kenyans and Gen Zs in particular want their country back. We have repeatedly said, Chebet, nobody is interested in getting into the space of the Gen Zs. But they are Kenyans, and we will speak. When you say the opposition, I think I need to get it from you exactly what, because we will be meeting as Azimio la Umoja One Kenya to be able now to reflect on the reactions by Kenyans. We are very open to democracy, and I'm sure that Honorable Raila Odinga himself will be willing to convene us so that we, because he's a party leader, we can then clearly discuss with him that Kenyans are saying they don't need dialogue. There have been too many dialogues so far. So and really this dragging of feet. We don't want to be seen to be sanitizing a regime that has fallen flat on its own tummy. So we are not about to do that. And we are a democracy. And I'm happy that when he said demilitarize our streets, they moved with speed and removed them. So, in fact, I've had the general service people saying, thank the party leader, we have removed our boots, we are back to camp. So this is something. We need that spirit of freedom. But the thing that is very, very serious to us, apart from all these conversations the Secretary General Assembly read, is that yesterday I met with Mr. Okuya. Mr. Okuya is the president of the Kenya School of Law Students Association. He was abducted from his house in Ongata, Rongai, was taken round. Eventually, after 2 days, he was dumped near a river in Maragua in Muranga. When I saw him yesterday, he was complaining of some stuff that was injected to his left arm. I think he has given a very detailed interview on his condition. We are recommending thorough medical examination, including blood tests and things, so we know. So this killer squad, this abduction squad must stop. Must stop. And this, of course, again, it goes back to the command structure of the police service, which has now become police force again. And the Constitution calls it a police service. So if you are serving in those special squads, my advice to you is disengage. Do not be used by your commanders to kill innocent young leaders like Mr. Okuya. One of our nominated MCAs from Makueni was similarly abducted by 2 Subarus and was to drive all the way to Kwale, drove the 2 nights in from Kwale to Taveta, back to Voi, and was dumped again back in Makindo. Abduction. We hope Mheshimiwa Abanas Wambua is safe. So these things must stop. Just like they stopped the militarization of our country. By the way, we need to make it clear that National Assembly hurriedly passed that legislation allowing CS Defense to call the military to the streets. That order is still in force. And I don't personally want to be called to any discussion unless our men are back in the barracks by removing that provision. I don't know when, Mheshimiwa Mboi, Deputy Minority Leader, when you are reconvening. But these are some of the shameful and unconstitutional acts that this regime has been involved in. So let them carry their own cross, and Kenyans will stand together. Kenyans will stand together. And nobody here is saying we want again to get into the space of the Gen Zs, but they are Kenyans, as the Secretary General said. And when they brought the goons to the streets, paid them in order to disrupt the peaceful demonstrations of the young Kenyans, they stand again. We stand in solidarity with the Gen Z. We are saying, stop goonism, that spirit of goonism. These are very disciplined young professionals who know their rights under the law. And so goons should stay. And if we see those goons, it's again the CS Interior and the police dictatorship that will be held to account, because they had to disrupt these peaceful young Kenyans and blame it on Gen Z, when it was them who planned to disrupt and even cause mayhem. And you saw the business community even trying to defend their own business premises. Not from Gen Zs, but the hired goons by this regime. Shame on you. We have no comments on such a thing. Yes. We don't know.
We are not part
aware.
of it.
Thank you.
We are not aware.
We're not part of it.
All right. We are not aware.
Don't support
All right. So for now, no comment.
Asante.
Oh, my friend.
Thank you.
We are not aware.
Maybe you. Maybe we'll put your name there.
We are not saying that. We are with the Gen Z.
What Kenyans are saying is go home.
Yes.
Ruto must go.
We can see the writings on the wall.